You're listening to 90.3 KEXP, Audio Oasis Northwest Music Show. My name is Sharlese. I'm the host of the show, and it's now time for a live performance by Iska Dhaaf on 90.3 KEXP, Seattle.
Where are we going? All the kids who built me up broke down. Dreams feed the flies in a whole town. All we'd always do is do it all. Sucking up the ghost through a straw. Oh. I'd have died for never felt so dead to me before. All the ugly things I have done, to all the pretty people I have loved. It wouldn't be long to see we didn't belong. You wouldn't be wrong to say we never belong.
All the kids
listening to Iska Dhaaf live on Audio Oasis. You just heard Happiness and All the Kids. Welcome, you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming on the show. I want everyone to know what a supergroup this is. Maybe just to me, I don't know, but hopefully to listeners. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Benjamin Verdos.
Nathan Quiroga.
Benjamin, Mount St. Helens Vietnam Band. And as I know you even further, in Praise of Folly. And I want to call you Nate. I don't want to call you Nathan.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Also known as Buffalo Madonna of Mad Rad. Are your bands together anymore?
Mine is, for sure.
Mine's not.
Okay. Get that out of the way. This collaboration is so great to me. I really loved it, and I love it. And it's been like over 2 years in the making. I remember Benjamin talking to me about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys should play a show for me. And he's like, no, it's not ready. And I read a couple interviews and listened to one, and you guys are turning down a lot of shows, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Fair amount.
There's just, it has to be something we believe in.
Yeah, definitely.
With people that we believe in and that we support, because it's a lot of work to just go play a show, like just the two of us.
Yeah.
We have to carry all this stuff.
Well, I liked the unveiling of it all. It's been a great surprise, and it's just full of mental and visual art. And, you know, I feel like people have been talking to you guys about how different this is, but I don't think it's that different. Benjamin, you've always had like a mathematical sense to you in terms of rhythms, and you getting into beats just, it doesn't seem out of the ordinary to me. And Nate, I've always known you to be into punk. Mm-hmm. So I feel like this is just, it's what you guys have been into, and finally now, you know, in public. Can you guys talk a little bit about how you guys got together, how this came about?
Well, the first time I like heard of Nate or Mad Rad was when Mount St. Helens was doing a lot of promotion, and I was really intrigued because they were the like kind of the best in town, and we were like, you know, the other as far as DIY, like really like putting all your energy into it. And so I'd heard of Mad Rad, and I had seen them perform, and I was really impressed. And then actually, I believe you introduced me to like Peter Robinson's Peace Moves, like beats.
Really?
Yeah, it's at one point, way back when, and I was really impressed with it. And when Mount St. Helens was on tour, I started putting my energy into trying to like make beats like through like Pro Tools, and so I like wrote Peter and asked him if I could kind of study under him, and I did that, and then he played me some stuff that Nate was on, and I was like, who is this guy, you know? And then I wrote some guitar parts on their record, and then I started performing, and then I was like, this Nate guy, he's something else, and we kind of hit it off, and so we started writing songs together a couple years ago, and it was pretty much like ever since then it's been like almost every day. So. Yeah.
So Nate, you've never played guitar before, and Benjamin, you taught him, and he's fantastic.
I taught him a few things, but his work ethic is like he's kind of he would come by, or that was kind of the premise, is like he would ask me questions, we kind of work on stuff, but he certainly he would ask a few questions, but I would sometimes, when I was working on my grad school stuff, before I finished that, I would set loops for him and be like, see you later, dude, and I would go finish a paper, and I would come back 3 hours later, and he'd be playing the same thing. So, you know, that kind of explains his work ethic. Yeah, for sure. Do you guys share writing roles in the band? Because I also know you both as like writers as well.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I guess it all depends. Like sometimes I'll bring in a bunch of stuff that I've discovered, and he'll act as more of an editor. Sometimes we'll just be playing together, and I'll just be speaking in almost tongues, and he'll be like sometimes transcribing what I said. Yeah. And then other times, like we'll just go line for line in certain cases, or we'll like, know what we have an idea of what we want to research to get into the song, and so we'll just be sharing pieces of literature and poetry and and other things, trying to access like or find our way into the song or what we think it means. But yeah, we like when we try to even remember some who wrote what, whether it be instruments or lyrics, it gets a little tricky to decipher.
Yeah, I really like that you guys. I feel like you guys have a mission statement, inspired by Sufi poetry, limitation, and an obsessive preoccupation with writing.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that. But I was wondering what Sufi poetry is. Am I saying it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if a big one was like reading Rumi, who was considered a Sufi poet, but it was also like the act of how the Sufis, like the whirling dervishes, and how they would work themselves into these trance-like states, to let things go, to, just.
Hence the name of the band.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I think is really cool about you guys is your name. Not just the meaning of it, but that it comes from a culture that I don't think is a very popular culture, Somali, and it's just not a language that I ever thought that I would ever speak. And now you've got like all of Seattle saying it. It's really cool. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, that was kind of my girlfriend Ifra's doing. She kind of gave us the name.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's been teaching me a ton of stuff
Cool.
about the language, and I'd had a chance to get to know a lot of really amazing Somali people, so
Yeah.
kind of borrowed it, so to speak. It's on loan for a while.
It's great. I appreciate the attention to it, just finding out about new things.
It's a gorgeous language. It's so beautiful, and it's Somalia is actually called the land of poets. So they have a really like amazingly beautiful and complex like history of poetry and like oral like tradition of spoken poetry. So
Awesome. I will say that I did think the name was German. Kind of has that,
Mhm.
Right.
I mean the hard sound.
Yeah,
Right.
we've had a lot of people actually confuse it.
Well, I like finding out that it's not.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
And there's so many Somali people in Seattle
Yeah.
community, so it's really cool too, because I think a lot of people that I've met don't really necessarily know that, and
I didn't.
it's a pretty like,
great.
vibrant community and a lot of amazing people.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome. Well, you guys have a couple more songs?
yeah.
Awesome. Iska Dhaaf live on Audio Oasis, KEXP.
Do you see her? She's right there by your side. You can tell her anything you want tonight. I heard a voice in my head, it said run, run. You were running out of time when the sun climbs up her spine. She's not mine. Everybody knows you gotta get it in before you go. Everybody knows we're just here for the ride. When you feel it, it's right there on your tongue. Or you can say it, you can tell her what you saw. I heard a voice in the air, it went round, round, and it was telling me to speak. When it comes down, you will see the bright light. Everybody knows you gotta get it in before you go. Everybody knows we're just here for the ride. You see the locust in the sky split and the dirt split up its crust. The earth swayed and fell down like a I heard a voice in my head, it went round, round, and said the world will end with a bang, bang. It'll go out with a sound. Everybody knows you gotta get it out before you go. Everybody knows we're we're just here for the ride. Everybody knows we got it in, and now we ought to get out. Everybody goes, we're just here for the ride.
You've been listening to a live performance by Iska Dhaaf. You just heard, is it Rumi?
Yes.
And Everybody Knows.
Mm-hmm.
You guys sound really, really great.
Thank you.
I have so many more questions, but there isn't any time. Thank you guys for coming to the show. This has been great.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Iska Dhaaf live on Audio Oasis 90.3 KEXP, Seattle.